God, Goddess, morning, day, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this, friend. 𝐷𝑂𝐸𝑆 best friends. How are you vibing today? I hope all is well, no matter your vibe and frequency. For those who are new, bienvenidos, welcome. Excuse me. For those who are returning, bienvenidos prata. Welcome black. Black is for expansion. Right. Bless. So overall, friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, let me properly introduce myself. I am a real journey in these social media streets, not Ariel. Some people call me Ariel, but no, my name is pronounced Ariel. And welcome to becoming Wise Gala Real, following my soul vibes. I am the rare black unicorn in these social media streets. And I thank you for allowing me to be your connect to and through our individual and collective journeys, paths, and life overall in both our timed and timeless timelines of all of our astrological zodiac wheel of time and fortunes. That's based upon our individual as well as our collective soul contracts. I like to describe my channel as an audio visualization because words have power. The words we hear and the words we speak paint pictures within our minds, or it creates some type of thought and as well as thought patterns within our minds. So that's why I call it an audio visualization. But overall, friends who are new, on my channel, I break down the energetic effect and effect that the spiritual energetic realms has on us from many symbolic ways. For now, from a tarot perspective, per what my higher self did eons of lifetimes ago, per the purposes of tarot, of where it came from, why it was created. Catch my vibes. But overall, friend, so you can work within yourself, your higher self, your energetic / physical soul contracts, which means you're going to work with your inner feminine and masculine energies a little bit more healthier to substantial growth. The more you learn about your physical aspect up to and through your energetic purposes, because you're armoring yourself with the knowledge of yourself, period, point blank, right? So my channel, for the most part, is not focused on other people. It's for you to have a better understanding of who you are, why you're here, your soul contracts that we all individually and collectively live through and work through, consciously, subconsciously, as well as subconsciously, consciously, every damn day. Less like we just do. So at the end of the day, friend, grab your phone, your journals, or whatever you do, friend, to detox your unhealthy understanding of our individual negative and positive energies. Grab you a beer or some wine or something, because today is Sunday. For those of y'all who watch games, I'm not into sports, but for those of y'all who are into sports, go ahead and do your thing. Or just to wind down and prepare yourself for the upcoming week. Do your thing, friend. Ain't no judgment here. But today is Sunday, November 20th. So let's spill this energetic detox tea. Bless. Okay, friends. So happy Sunday, November 20th. Today is the judgment card day, as well as with it being Sunday, aka SUN, Sun Day. It's all about the judgment card energy, as well as the sun being the planet that rules today. The energy of the sun, the energy of consciousness, the energy of everything that was brought from the dark being presented to the light that we can see if we so choose, obviously or unobviously. Bless. But let's start off with today overall with the judgment card energy. So since today is the 20th, we all know that the 20th card in the judgment is in the tarot deck is judgment, and it's all about awareness. And especially since we left the week of the musician, because the week of the musician, which is from the 10th through the 19th of every week, is all about us learning our own energy, becoming fluent in our own energy, not just in the physical sense as far as what works for us in the physical sense and what does not work for us, because a lot of us think about life, because that's how our brain is wired, to just think about the physical, as well as the physical, emotional, and physical, mental. But everything is grounded here. Our thought processes is still grounded here into this realm, into this world, into these elements, because of the fact that when a lot of us think about our lives physically, it's just about our physical experiences, what we've been through, and what we're currently going through, and how it made us feel, what it made us think about. But just from the physical, a lot of us haven't realized how to dig deeper and make that connection to our energetic soul contracts as to why we're going through this experience. Why did you had to experience what you experienced, even if it was healthy and unhealthy, with certain people, and how it's all connected to you and things you have to heal within you. Because as we all have heard, everything we go through in life, regardless if it's someone else involved or not, at the end of the day, everything in our physical life is a reflection of our energy, of some aspect, some contract, over to be more specific, that we still are learning to either A, bring peace and balance to it, or B, we've aligned enough to activate a healthy, positive contract. But it's all about, okay, well, how do we maintain this type of mindset, and not just maintain it, but develop it so we can vibe even higher, And that's what the Judgment card is all about, overall, because the Judgment card is all about awareness. It's ruled by Pluto, and it has an element of water. It's ruled by the element of water. So the main purpose, as most of us know, because you're into tarot, so I already know, that it's all about the consciousness of our higher selves. But not just our higher selves as far as what goes on in this world, as far as, okay, we want to do well, of course. Everybody wants to do well in life. Everybody wants to have love in their life in some type of way, shape, or form. Everybody wants to make money, not necessarily be filthy, stinking rich. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to be financially stable and just overall enjoy life, be happy, feel loved, love others, have unity, harmony, and peace. That's what we all strive to attain. But the thing is that it all boils down to the contracts that we all signed. And the Judgment card is wanting us energetically, pushing us, and urging us overall to invoke entrainment, energetically, to awaken those aspects of us within our contracts that we're currently living, especially at this point, with today being the 20th and stuff. So so far right now, the 20th marks the time where all of the lessons, all of our experiences, whether you're into inner work or not, at the end of the day, energetically, all of us individually as well as collectively have been, the energy surrounding us day to day was pushing us to learn ourselves, learn our mental bodies, learn our emotional bodies. So that way we know what we're working with, not just in the physical sense, meaning like, okay, when you run into problems, you sit down, you break everything down, however you do it. But at the end of the day, you sit down and you break stuff down. A lot of us, when we run into problems with other people, and within ourselves and our thoughts and our thought processes, we end up not really sitting down and thinking about it. And that's overall the purposes of the major arcanas and the minor arcanas of tarot. Is to, as well as other things, but I'm going to keep it just on tarot, is to help us have a better understanding of self. Like, this is where you're at on this day, or not really where you're at on this day, as far as if you shuffle cards, but just on the perspective of tarot and following those major arcanas of tarot and the energy of the tarot, not specifically how it relates to your life if you shuffle cards and ask questions, but the overall energy of tarot and how we're supposed to follow it day in and day out, along with the moon cycles and stuff. Because think about it, we're still in the waning crescent moon phase. So we just wrapped up the Magician, the week of the Magician. We had 9 days from the 10th to the 9th to figure out our energy. What's that called? That's called doing inner work, right, friend? And that was happening during the waning moon phase. So now we're entering the twos, which I call of the month, which is, to me, always comes around as the high priestess energy. So now, those of you who know tarot, the original Rider-Waite deck, the high priestess is pretty much like a guard. She sits in the doorway of between the realms of balance, which is subconscious and conscious, divine inner feminine and divine inner masculine energy that we all have within us. We all have a subconscious and a conscious realm. We all have an inner divine feminine and an inner divine masculine energy. So with that being said, now after doing the work, it's okay. Are you ready? Because remember, the high priestess, she holds the Akashic records. Did you do the inner work, which is the purposes of the 10th through the 19th, to learn the purposes of what you are creating, to have not purposes, but the understanding of what you're creating, meaning your energy during the week of the Magician? Did you take the time to figure out, okay, I am experiencing this, regardless if it's a success or if it's a loss, if it's a win or it's a fail, at the end of the day, wherever you're experiencing those experiences, did you sit down and actually have a heart-to-heart conversation and to keep it simple, with yourself, ergo with your higher self and the God of your understanding, to have an understanding of what actually is going on? Because we always say, hey, I know that my life is a reflection of what's going on internally, from myself and the actions that I take and make, all the way through the people in our life, from our families to our kids, if you have kids, to your mother, your father, and all that. As far as inherited karma, that could be high vibrational, or I shouldn't say high vibrational, because you can have high vibrational karma where you have success, and let's say you were born into money, but you still have unhealthy ways of looking at it, because at the end of the day, your family, your mother and your father did not fulfill certain aspects of their soul contracts together that they were supposed to have taught you on a more healthier perspective about this physical realm. But that's a whole nother topic. No disrespect to anybody's parents, because I have to look at, because my life wasn't the best and stuff, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. But anyways, moving on, friend. The overall purpose and energy of the Judgment card today is to just help you bring more awareness, more consciousness to yourself, especially with today being Sunday and the sun rules consciousness. The sun is all about consciousness. Check out my video from yesterday if you have not, about the 19th tarot perspective. But it's all about the consciousness. It's all about us being more aware of not just our soul contracts that we're actively working in and working through collectively, but it's also about, okay, are you working with and within them? Meaning, are you taking healthy actions? But the only way you can do that is if you actually sit and figure out, okay, this is where for example, I can only use me for an example. But when it comes to my relationships, with my children, with my mother, with my children's father, my ex-husband, or he was my husband at one time, and then with my sister and my nephew, because those are the main people that's around me. That they're my closest family. So I sit down, especially with this month being the November. This, once again, it's all about, we're in overall the energy this month is all about, what's the 11th card? Libra, duality. Oh, sorry, friend. My mind went blank. Justice. Thank you. Thank you, higher self. I'm like, what the heck is 11th card? My mind went blank. The Justice card. So with that being said, 11, everybody knows that 11, when 11 comes around, that means that some doors are opening. Something is happening. New beginnings are the energy for new beginnings has been strengthened in so many words. But that's only because 1-1, that's musician and musician energy. As I mentioned in previous videos, that's the musician and the musician energy. That's you. I look at it as above, so below, because that's what the musician acknowledges. You are learning, okay, how energy, your internal energy from above, meaning your mind, because everything starts within our mind, and we are in the season of working on our mental body, strengthening our mental body and things like that, because that's the purposes of fall. As I talked about in other videos, check those videos out if you'd like. But as I was saying, the whole purpose of of November, and as well as being in the astrological house of the 11th house, is all about learning how to be a friend to yourself, how to support yourself. All the things that we associate to be what we expect a friend to be, it's about us doing it ourselves. But first, we have to learn our own energy on what we need to do for ourselves. Friend? Because that's what the 11th astrological house is about. Being a friend to yourself. Because at the end of the day, no matter what is going on in your life, good or bad, healthy or unhealthy, it all starts with you and your energy first and foremost, as well as you realizing that the reason why some of the stuff happens in I ain't gonna say some, everything that happens in our lives is based upon our energy and what we've created, as well as our soul contracts. So pretty much it's, how are you handling your soul contracts? If you are not knowledgeable about yourself and your energy and how powerful you are mentally and emotionally, and as an individual, a multidimensional being, because we are all images of God. If you're not realizing the power that the God of your understanding gave you to live your life, to fulfill and succeed your soul contracts, aka your physical life, friend, you're not going to be able to succeed. And that's what the Judgment card is trying to remind us of, to break free of those traditional ways that creates death energetically. And it could transfer, unfortunately, down into experiencing physical hardships and challenges that literally drains our energy, such as if you're not getting along with somebody, you not having an understanding of why at this reason y'all relationship all of a sudden went left. It doesn't matter the type of relationship. It was all part of the contract because you and that person were supposed to operate in a certain way and bring balance within y'all contracts to each other. But you have to realize excuse my language, but what the fuck you're doing and what the fuck you're dealing with. Now, if that person isn't on the same frequency and stuff as you, then that's on them. But at the end of the day, unselfishly, like in a healthy selfish, I shouldn't say unselfishly, but in a healthy selfish way, you have to know who you are and what your purpose in this with that person is. So you could find your strength to either keep pushing forward if y'all both are willing to do so and put in the work to bring that yin yang energy back into play, or so y'all could continue to open doors, to support each other. But first it starts with you. That's the most important part. It starts with you, friend. And especially, like I said, with today being Sunday, today is all about the awareness. Are you aware of that? Has that aspect of within all parts of your life, that's what's being highlighted, So moving forward, the energy is going to keep increasing because we are getting into the waxing moon phase, where so everything that was done internally is going to be brought out, meaning our subconscious understanding of life and what life is, what your relationships in your life are, no matter if it's with another person and or is with an animated thing like your money, your health, overall, moving forward, all of our subconscious understanding, all of our conscious understanding of the subconscious realms, regardless if you are aware of it, fully aware of it or not, beyond just this physical world, as far as, well, I know I made this choice, but so that's why this happened, and things like that, because it's because of the contracts. And so we keep reliving contracts. Sometimes we even if we're in a good place in life and things are stable, at the end of the day, you want to have an understanding of truly how to build, not just in the physical sense, but from an energetic sense. So you could keep bringing in that good karma. So that way, when something happens that tries to throw you out of alignment, within that contract, you don't fall for the okie doke, or as some say, the devil's trickery, or whatever, you might associate that to be. But overall, friend, it's so you want, because those energies do come around, because we're ancient. They're ancient. Our angels are ancient. Our ancestors are ancient. We're ancient as well. We have our own things we have to fulfill in this lifetime. That's why your soul chose you to show up and show out in physical form, friend. So that's all I have for you today, as far as something to think about. So you could get a deeper and more enlightened, because today is Sunday, perspective on how to just make things flow together a lot easier in your life. I thank you for letting me be your connect to the tarot energy realms. overall energy. Just let me be your connect. If you call my vibes, you like me, you resonate with my energy, go ahead and ring that notification bell, friend. Also, smash the friend button, aka subscribe button, and make sure to choose the personalized option from that bell drop down menu, so the next time I call to spill the energetic tarot detox tea, as well as the daily detox tea, you won't miss my call, babes. Remember, we made high and low vibrational soul contracts before we were born. to help us align our energy, but it's all to figure out our own individual as well as collective purpose. So make sure you tell yourself, I am irrefutable, because the answers are all within you, friend. So remember to be patient with yourself and love yourself unconditionally, because whatever you mentally think and back up emotionally is what you physically create. Ashe. I'll see you in either the next video or the astral realms. Peace, love, and bliss. Bye.